Hello everyone, the LEGO CPA here with
Stefan Formentano.
behind the creation of this monstrosity. This is an amazing creation. First off, I gotta ask, how long did this take to go from planning to what we have here today?
So I've been working on the new HASHIMA project for 4 years. Then another group of collaborators who built a version of it for Brickfair, Virginia in 2022. Those 11 have been working for a year. And then we have 70 more collaborators who started 10 months ago for the display here.
So that's a lot of people, a lot of time, and then at the LEGO CPA, what we like to do is kind of look at investing, various price of sets, costs. So we'll start out with the cost. Do you have an estimated, just the pieces themselves?
I have no price estimate, but the estimated part count is very roughly 900,000 parts.
That is absolute insanity. And it looks like a good mix of Lego bricks, Lego panels. I'm looking for any Technic. I'm sure there's many Technic.
That the parts that we use, we try in the group of collaborators we have, try very hard to find rarely used pieces and ways to incorporate those into the building. So you could look around and find pieces you wouldn't normally see in Lego builds. Or rare parts, and we have stuff that's very pricey to get in like a high quantity. An example would be like this building here that has the 1x2 chrome gold tile. Those are official Lego parts and hard to get in a quantity. And there's examples of things like that throughout the city that we've used because we had a vision and that's just how it is. Yeah. But thankfully with the online market, we can get those even though the price is high. Yeah.
And then, is there an official name for this display?
The city is our own design. We call it New HASHIMA. HASHIMA is an island off the coast of Japan in Nagasaki, and it's a cyberpunk city in the near future, like 50 years into the future. And it's built on the remnants of HASHIMA Island, which is a real island off the coast of Japan. So New HASHIMA is the name of the city.
Awesome, I love it. And then it looks to be about, I'm gonna guess, 12 feet tall?
Very close. It's 13 feet and 1 inch at the tallest point.
Insanely tall. And then as far as square footage, do you have an estimate?
We reserved a 20 foot by 20 foot square. Obviously it's got this irregular shape, so it's not quite. But each of the individual sections is 80 inches by 80 inches, and there are 4 of those sections. So 4 80-inch by 80-inch sections.
Wow. And then as far as putting a price tag, obviously you never sell it. That would be ridiculous. All the hard work
say never. I mean,
that's true.
The right price in the right place, that it could be a permanent installation that would inspire people. You know, I could be convinced, but it would have to be the exact right fit and the exact right price. And I'm not that kind of person. You know, maybe I'm not the best person to ask. I'd have to consult somebody, but it would be an insane price for us to let go. And coordinating with 80 builders, 80 plus actual builders to sell their modules, it would be something. Somebody wants to talk to me.
Exactly. And just for your social media information, where can we find you and your group?
I'm Stefan Builds Lego. That's my handle on all social media. Mainly Instagram is where I'm most active, so Stefan Builds Lego on Instagram. You can also follow the collaborative account, New HASHIMA Collab on Instagram. That's gotten more active over the weekend, so follow those two. And like I said, there's like 80 collaborators with socials too, so follow the New HASHIMA Collab Instagram and you'll see posts from the various collaborators to follow them as well. Simon Liu was also a huge part of it and coordinating it alongside me. So CyMOX on Flickr, Instagram, wherever Lego's posted, you can find Simon. So that's where you can find us and follow the progress, because I don't know if it will ever do it this big again, but the New HASHIMA project will be ongoing until we're done or bored, and a lot of us are not bored yet. So
with kind of how you're making it sound, is this city's ever evolving? There's pieces being added, modifications?
Of course. So it's built on a modular cube system that actually a group called Brolug from 2013 developed. I sort of reverse engineered their modular system of cube building, and in order to set up the display and assemble it all together in one place.
Awesome. And then how many minifigures? You know how many minifigures are on this?
I have no idea how many minifigs. I personally brought 300, but you're talking about 60 people, and almost all of us brought at least 50. So a lot of minifigs inhabiting New HASHIMA.
And then with a build this large, I can only imagine there's little Easter eggs, kind of fun twists added to it. Like you said, with 60 plus builders, maybe you don't know them all, but are there any specific ones in here that you know firsthand?
Oh man, any Easter eggs. So, like I said, New HASHIMA was our own concept. We wanted to not to include direct references to any well-known cyberpunk media. There's like guidelines that we have for the whole thing. So any Easter eggs or things will be very subtle, but they did sneak into there. You would have to spend a lot of time looking, but we have subtle references to like Blade Runner, like the Simon Liu has built these excellent Blade Runner vehicles and Blade Runner inspired vehicles. I don't know, you would have to look. I'm sure there's hundreds in there, but they're buried deep, because it was extremely important to our group and to me that it be our own thing, and that you'd be discovering new ideas and bringing our own ideas to the display rather than replicating something else, something somebody else designed.
Cool. And then obviously we can see kind of your inspiration and your creativity coming out here, but as far as the Lego and in the retail space, are there any different or specific themes that you're most interested in?
So Lego has done a phenomenal job in the last few years, long years running for Ninjago, developing that line of sets. The new Monkey Kid sets, those parts really fit well into this cyberpunk genre, because both of those themes have cyberpunk inspiration behind them as well. So yeah, I would say those two are our biggest themes that we like are most attracted to, just because the parts just lend themselves so well to the cyberpunk genre. But we have Scala, we have Duplo, we have Clickets, we have Modulex, we have pieces from almost every theme represented on the build.
Awesome. And then something that I've been starting to ask people is, do you, so I know it's a thing to have a Lego keychain.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have a Lego keychain with you?
Oh no,
Oh.
I don't think I have a Lego keychain. My keys are in my backpack.
Okay, which that was kind of my secondary worry, is that like, oh, we're all on the floor, probably not going to have. But I can only imagine your Lego keychain is very worn down.
Yeah, it is extremely worn down. My go-to Lego keychain is a 2x4 blue brick.
Awesome. And how long have you had that for?
Oh gosh, a while, over a decade.
Wow, and it hasn't fallen off the hinges?
Maybe I've replaced it once or twice in that time, but I've had the blue brick in some form or another for a decade.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time looking over the build and giving the history on it, and look forward to seeing what else you guys can create with this. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Absolutely.